Thank you so much. I'll tell you about that. All right. Once again, we want to sincerely apologize for starting behind schedule. This was not the plan, but unfortunately, we have to push it to this time, considering the current economic system and all that. However, we sincerely recognize the first Rotarian in Rotary International District 9112. Our pioneer district governor, Rotarian Olufemi Clement Adenepo. Put your hands together. Thank you so much, Ikeja, for joining us at this time. We also recognize the chair, the district membership chair for Rotary International District 9112, past district governor, Dr. Adewale Lateef Ogunbalejo. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us at this time. And also, we have in our midst here today a friend of the youth, a leader of repute, a past district governor, Dr. Dende Shoga. Put your hands together for him. Who is also an alumni. DG is also an alumni. The three of them are sitting here were once like you. You know what I'm saying? It is also a pleasure to invite on stage Assistant Governor Basirat G.R.A, representing the Alumni Association Program. Yes, so we'd like to. Yes, ma'am, please come over. Thank you. In order to make our morale high, we have very powerful Rotarians in house. We have past Assistant Governor Dewako. We have past Assistant Governor Rashid Said. We have IDP of Mende Creative. We have past residents. We have a whole lot of them here that are here make you great here. So please put your hands together for all the Rotarians here at this corner. They are leaders of repute and they are here to make you inspired. Without much ado, I'll hand over the microphone to the pioneer district governor, Rotarian Olufemi Clement Adenepo. Put your hands together for him.
The past district governors here seated, the alumni chair emeritus, the chair for the alumni for this Rotary year, past assistant governor, all the alumni members we are represented, starting with those who are former Rotaract like myself, those who are VTT members, those who are former Rhinarians, those who are former interactors, and all others who have benefited from the Rotary Youth Exchange programs. It is my pleasure to welcome us, and on this note, not to waste much of our time, by the power vested in me as the district governor, I hereby call this gathering to order. Can we all stand? We are supposed to take the Rotary vocation. So who leads that? Okay, we stand there, Lord, we ask to live as we profess, to dignify our duties and serve in
selflessness, for fellowship which here we share. We offer thanks to thee. We pray for thy to be for our care, to spread it vanquished. Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madiji. That is why I am the district governor. That thing has not stored in my brain. Unlike our usual Rotary grace that we can sing while sleeping, but it's okay, gradually we will get there. All right, we're just going to make this very sharp. There are other meetings waiting for the district governor and our leaders here, so we're just going to make it very, very sharp. we'll go straight into the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. And I'm just going to invite our very own, the immediate past president of Rotary Club of Mende Creatives to lead us in the four-way test. Put your hands together for the parents and our resources. This one, yeah.
I'm Rotary Alumni Reconnect, Council President, Rotary Club of Mende Creatives. The four-way test of the things we think, say, or do as Rotarians. 1. Is it the truth? 2. Is it fair to all concerned? 3. Will it be goodwill and better friendship? 4. Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you so much, CP, Rotary Club of Mende Creatives. Thank you so much. All right. Like I said, we're going to make this very fast. We're going to make it very fast. We are going to say the challenge of Rotary. We'll go straight into the welcome remarks. And of course, we need to know the reason why we are here. It is not a Ryla gathering, neither is it an interactor, neither is it Rotaractors gathering, but it is a couple of so many other fields in that area. May I invite our very own amiable Assistant Governor, the chairman of this particular event, Rtn.Nike Maiyaki. Put your hands together for her. She's going to be addressing.
Thank you, our honorable MC. The district governor, District 9112, the PDBs, I will just make this very fast. Members of the Alumni Association, we are present. Rotaractors, interactors, Rotarians, friends and guests of the Rotary. I welcome you. We have some interactors here. Do you know anybody here? Do you know any of these people sitting here? Yes. Do you know them? Yes. Do you know their names? Yes. Do you know the people sitting here? Yes. All of them, but not all of them. You know why I'm asking? This seminar is actually to bring all of us together, whether you are a Rotarian of Mongo Park period. You know why I say Mongo Park period? Of years ago. Or you are a Rotaractor. I have one or two in the house that they were past Rotaractors that are no longer in any Rotary. They are not members of Rotary today. And we have some Rotaractors that have become Rotarians. All every one of us, we are all alumni members. So we have created a forum to bring everybody together so that we know each other, we reconnect if we have disconnected before. So this is a forum for reconnecting, for interactors to know Rotaractors, Rotaractors to know interactors, right? And then we have some other alumni members, but let me just quickly tell us that alumni, they are individuals who have been sponsored by Rotary for various programs. I've mentioned them. And we have so many. We have like the Peace Fellow, we have Ambassadorial Scholar, we have Group Study Exchange, we have Youth Exchange. One of them will be talking to us online. And we have Ryla, we have the vocational team training team. We have quite a number of them. And Rotary itself has a record of over 500,000 alumni, that is all over the world. Out of these 500,000, 48 have volunteered for a Rotary service, not only in Nigeria, all over the world. Service projects. That means they have participated in Rotary events, or maybe they've been asked to speak in any of the Rotary meetings. I remember one of our youth exchange participants some years ago spoke at the Governor's Assembly, the assembly in the US that time. He was a youth exchange participant from Nigeria. And then, according to Rotary data, 62% are interested in expanding their professional and leadership skills. So, Rotary programs gives you free opportunity to do that. You become a leader. You become somebody like me. Before Rotary, I cannot stand in front of people like this to talk. But Rotary has taught me that. So these are some of the benefits that have in Rotary. And according to the data, 41% when asked are more interested in more information about club membership. And I want us to have that in mind, that from interaction, how do I maybe become a Rotarian or become a Rotaract? All of you are all members of alumni, members of Rotary in one form or the other. So the seminar today is going to be interactive. You may be asked to talk about yourself or your experience in Rotary and how you can give back to Rotary. If we have not tapped into it, tell Rotary, please use me for this. I can do this. Then the summary based on the data above is for us to involve alumni in Rotary program. We need to invite alumni and addressing even the Rotarians now. We need to invite them and ask them to participate in club projects or service projects. So it's going to be a brief one, but I will quickly tell you that there is plan in the first quarter of next year where with the Alumni Association we are going to have a bigger gathering, more than this. We are going to be inducting some of you or all of you into the Alumni Association as per Rotary Directory, Rotary International Directory. And it will not just be induction. That day there is going to be vocational training. If you remember, I wanted to do it today before, but when you look at the logistics, we have to make it bigger and better. We have it in the first quarter of next year. God's willing, I pray all of us will be alive for that. And there is a sheet there. Before you go, we have some vocations. We already listed there. Whichever one you want to do, soap making, waste to wealth, art making, pastries and ice cream, anyone you want to do. Because you can never tell. For some of us, I have a medical doctor as a child, but what she's using to eat for now is tailoring, sewing. So you don't know where you will end up. It's good to go to school because that knowledge will help you in whatever you are going to do at the end of the day. Be that as it may, I will just like to admonish us in it. For some of us, we are already old, and we are already maybe set in our ways. We already know where we are going and where we are going to end. But some of you, the younger ones that are coming up, please, when you are invited for a meeting like this, come on time. Because there are so many things that we have planned that you will have benefited from today. But because of time now, we have to either remove it or just talk about it in it. There are opportunities in coming early. Today is not the day of the story, but somebody has gotten a job in an oil company where over 3,000 people showed up. And what they just did, because they don't know what to use to interview or take them, they just went to the, and they are registering their names. The first 10, and those are the ones that got the job. The other ones, they just wasted their time going there. Please, let it be part of you. That is, let it be something that Rotary, even if you don't gain anything, gain that from Rotary. And that's vocational training. That's what we are going to do too. First 10 on each of the lists, and the best out of this. First 10 will be trained with materials, while the others will be onlookers. Then the best out of all this will be empowered with money to start whatever they have been trained for or to continue the training. So please help me to tell your fellow Rotarians, interactors, even youth exchange. So on this note, please feel free to also go to the Rotary website, www.rotary.org/alumni. You read a bit about it so that you have an understanding of what we are talking about today. Thank you for coming, and I will hand over to the MC now to continue the program. Thank you very much.
We can do more than that for her. We can. I don't know, because some of us feel that we were not part of the first 10. When she was saying all the things, all the good things for the first 10, nobody clapped. Does that mean nobody is part of the team then? If you are part of the 10, clap. You are more than 10. All right, thank you so much, my chair. I can attest to what she said. There are a lot of things that we had to remove from the agenda when we got here today. We are even afraid whether people are going to turn up or not. There are a lot of benefits, and there's nothing like African time or Nigerian time. Be timely. When they tell you get to the place for 9, be there for 9. I don't know if they say beat at assembly when you get to school days. Do they say beat at the gate? They used to beat. And you say you don't come here on time today. They don't beat very well. Please, let's be timely. Thank you very much. Put your hands together for yourself for being here today. Fantastic. All right, without much ado, I will hand over the microphone to our first, or we call him the pioneer district governor for Rotary International District 9112. For the opening remarks, Rotarian Clement at the Lekon. Put your hands together. Like she called him the Rotaract here today.
Well, thank you. Fellow Rotarians, let's have friends of Rotary. Because of what of time, we just want to say, as said by the MC, I'm the back Rotaract and in the middle of this alumni. So they chose to say that these are a product of Rotary program. And if I'm here today, you can be here tomorrow. And what is the purpose of this alumni association? One, it is because Rotary believes it has impacted you, whether as an interactor, as a Rotaractor, as a youth exchange person, even as a good study exchange adult, or as a VTT, we call it VTT, vocational team, training team. You have benefited from some of these. All of these are programs sponsored by Rotary, and you were trained with the funds provided by either Rotary clubs or by their programs or by also the funds of Rotary International. And Rotary expects us to give back to the community, and in giving back to the community, we will make our world a better place. And as such, for Interact, for instance, the purpose for setting up Interact is to begin to inculcate the habit of leadership in them, the habit of selfless service in them, and that entails to joining Rotaract. Now, Rotaract, for instance, has 5 objects, and the 5th object of Rotaract is eventual membership of Rotary. So every Rotaractor that passed through that, what we call now partners of Rotary. When we were Rotaractors, we were called programs of Rotary. We are solely monitored by Rotary. But now, Rotaract has been elevated to such level that they are also recognized as members of Rotary International. So for any member who is a Rotaractor, he or she is expected to eventually become a Rotarian. So I'm charging all of us that are here, and for Rtnians, you are supposed to, after leaving your rider camp, to join the Rotaract club. That is only where you can keep the bonding within the environment. You can, even if you live within the same cluster, form a Rotaract club of your own, get a Rotary club to sponsor you. Then for other programs such as the youth exchange, we have the graduate scholarship. We have in the Rotary Club of Akoka somebody who was a full study exchange member is now leading the Rotary Club of Akoka. Rotary sponsored that. So there are so many benefits for you as a member of the alumni. There is also so much responsibility on us as a member of this group. So I would not want to go into the deep of what should be discussed. I only want to wish to welcome you to this gathering. Take all you can take away from here. Prepare for your future. And by the time you come out for your future, come and unleash your potential to changing the face of the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my district governor. And you being our district governor is actually a motivation to all interactors, Rotaractors, Rtnians, because like I said, it went through this phase. And I'm sure one of you would want to be a district governor one day. Nobody is saying yes to that. Yes. They are not interested. Yes. There are so many benefits attached to it. I will not say them yet. Thank you so much for DG, and that's quite motivating. And if you are a Rtnian and you are not yet a Rotaractor, something is wrong. How many Rtnians do we have in here? How many? Oh, so many. Okay, put your hands down. How many of you are Rotaractors? Very few hands. So, G.R.A is here, right? You know what to do. Before they leave today, there must be a course. There must be a course today. Please note that. Thank you very much. Once again, let's put our hands together for our district governor for that very inspiring presentation. Thank you. Before I move ahead, we witnessed the arrival of our leaders, and the first to introduce is our district governor-elect, Rotary Barrister Alumni Reconnect. Thank you very much. Who is also. So, have you heard that now? It's like we'll be putting resources from here to leadership and motivation at the district. And that is a major deal. Thank you so much for being part of this. We also recognize the presence of the District Executive Secretary for Rotary International District Number 12, Rotary Wilson. Thank you. And also, we recognize the presence of the Chief of Staff, District Number 12, Master Assistant Governor Ikeja, thank you very much. Also, we have the District Interact representative here, and that is Interactor Adihu Godwin Oleche. We also recognize the presence of the District Rotary representative elect for 912, representing our G.R.A, who is unavoidably absent, Rotaract Atitebi Ismail Abiolu. Thank you very much. Please come to the right table. Thank you so much. Okay. On this note, we'll go straight into listening to a good message from our highly revered publisher, writer, and poet, all in one together, a renowned speaker, PDG Adeniji Raji will be speaking to us from where he is. He's not in the country at the moment, and we will still love to hear from him. Please, let's listen to him quickly.
Yep, we need that mic for. Sorry, okay. It's with him.
What's the issue?
What's the problem? Where's the black one? This is the other mic. I think the other one is working now.
Where's the speaker? Okay. So increase the volume here.
Please let it start from the beginning. No, you have to.
Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Sincere apology for that. A bit technical issues in there. There's supposed to be a cord that will be linked to the speaker from the system. It's not available.
Let me try that one.
It's available. Okay. Let's continue. Give me the mic. Let's continue.
Bring the mic while they are dealing with that.
Let me reduce the volume of the. Okay, so sincere apology. I think you'll probably go back to it when it connects well. Okay, so now we'll go straight into the goodwill messages, and we'll have the membership chair for Rotary International District 912, Pacific Governor Rotarian Adewale Okumbalejo, to talk to us. Please put your hands together for him. This is about membership, and once we are lucky to have him, we should get from him. Thank you.
Thanks, Wale. Our esteemed DG, fellow Rotarians, our dear young ones, Retractors, Rotarians, group of team members, I will greet all of you. I really don't have too much to say, but to say one, we appreciate your presence here today. We want you to understand that you are privileged to be part of the alumni. You are privileged to have benefited from Rotary, and you should take the opportunity. You have a lot to gain by being members of the alumni. You can progress like the DG said from being Retractors to Rotarians. You can progress from being a Rotarian to being a Retractor, and from there you become a Rotarian. And let me tell you something. No matter what anybody may tell you, in Rotary, you always benefit. I'm sure those of you who went to Rotary, your lives became better after, right? You learned so many things about life. You learned some vocations, and you met so many people who became friends. That's one of the benefits of being a part of Rotary. And you can never see it through for the rest of your lives. Even those of us who are there, we still keep benefiting every day. Not in terms of money, please, because that's what most young people are after. There are more values than money. Having a strong base in your life is more valuable than having money. Having friends that can rely on forever is more valuable than money. Having people whom you can call on in the moments of distress is more valuable than money. And these are all the benefits of being part of the alumni. So I'm really happy that I started this one to be fuller than this. And if you look at the number of areas that have been over the years, number of Rotary Fellowship Exchange, Youth Fellowship Exchange, so you have gone. I mean, this one should be fuller than this. Maybe also our own part, maybe we don't have good records. From what the chairman said, we try and go back into our records. Maybe by that time of the first quarter in next year, we have more of you. And the more you go around and get, then please open up, talk, make friends. Even right here today, make friends. Don't just come and go without making more friends. Make a friend, not those of you from the same school. Cross over, make new friends. And that's also part of life. Because in life, you never know where you see meet yourselves, where you can be of use to each other. So make friends, open your mouth, talk. Like the chairman, Alumni Committee said, many of us couldn't talk to people like this. I'm also one of them. When I joined Rotary, I couldn't face a crowd. But by being able to speak, that's also a great value to your lives. So please make friends, talk. Don't be shy. Nothing anybody can do to you. Say what you feel like you want to say, and then learn from the others. So be open. Don't be closed. So I want to thank you again for coming, and for the teachers and those who came with them. Please also thank you greatly for coming this year. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's a huge nugget dropped by our part district governor. So you know what you are missing for keeping to yourself. In this world, age and time, people leverage relationship. They don't sit or walk or do anything in silence again. That is not the way to connect. So we are here to connect. So don't keep yourself away from other people because you can never tell what you are missing. On this note, may I invite past district governor Deninde Sugar to address us briefly so that we can get to know some of those things that should come to us. Please, sir.
The district governor, district governor elect, fellow Rotarians, fellow Rotarians, and other alumni members. I'm indeed happy to be here to see this attempt to reawaken the alumni affairs in our district. Rotary alumni have existed for a long time, and the group initially was strictly for those who have gone through Rotary Foundation programs like GSCT, university scholars, and so forth. But along the way, the scope was increased to include people who have attended RILA, former Rotaractors, former interactors. So as interactors at the moment, you're actually not members of the Alumni Association. But when you graduate to Rotaract, then you have moved from one program to the other. That's what makes you qualify to be an alumnus. But it's good, to assume because at least we know you can grow from there and go on to the next level. In 2010, our district formed an alumni association, which happened to be the first alumni association in Sub-Saharan Africa. And subsequently, I also got involved with helping them to form one in District 9141. And that 9141, 9142 have been going to win an award at RI levels. Now, being members of Alumni Association gives opportunity to connect people at different levels who have gone through, programs of Rotary International. When you talk about former Rotaractors, former interactors, the people who have gone through GSC programs like our district governor elect, our district governor who started from Rotaract and became a Rotarian and so on. When we formed the association then, I was not qualified to be an alumnus because I just dropped from heaven and joined Rotary. I didn't go through any of the other steps. But I was also lucky to have led a BTT team to Uganda, the first under the Future Vision Plan. And that's how I also became a member of the Alumni Association. So from being just an observer and helping the formation when Dr. Kasaragua was the first president of our Alumni Association. That means the first Alumni Association president in Sub-Saharan Africa. And that group at that time will carry out a number of projects that made a difference in some communities, I think mostly in Antonio Village. And subsequently, the association has not grown as it should. This is a group that has potential to do so much for Rotary. Apart from being together and knowing each other, there are so many ways in which we can be of help to each other. And besides that, even when you leave Rotaract and you haven't joined Rotary, or you leave Interact and you go to Rotaract and you cannot join Rotary, the association gives you the opportunity to stay connected to other people who have things similar to the way. And there are so much that can happen when we have this. So I want to thank the Alumni Committee Chairman for this effort to reawaken and to have this Alumni Reconnect. I'm happy also that she has spoken about future plans. For instance, I was asking Dr. Odua, and she told me that she would like to do vocational training in ice cream making. So that is a retired ophthalmologist who is now going to learn to making ice cream. I think she just discovered what she really should be doing. So I'll be one of those patronizing your ice cream then. So my good friends, this is just the beginning of the awakening of that very important aspect of Rotary that is underutilized at the moment. People go through Rotary programs and we just let them go and the opportunity is wasted. But this is one that if we use well, everybody stays connected and we can grow together. We can touch society even when you are not a Rotarian yet. And being involved, it also means that a number of you can actually eventually become Rotarians and go on to achieve so much more. I recall in 2010, the RI president then, late Clinton Smith, was an ambassadorial scholar who came from US to South Africa for 1 year, and that's how his Rotary connection began in 1960. And moved on and became a Rotary International president. So that means the limits are, in fact, no limits. You can become anything, and your connection, to the association creates that path for you that can be of service to you. Just as we who may not be needing any connection now, will also be happy to connect with you and support you and watch you grow. So part of what the chairman will be doing is to use you as a linkage, as it were, to other people you know who have been beneficiaries of Rotary programs, so that together we can become truly big and better and of service to our communities. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Please do stand together one more time for PDG G.R.A. for sharing his insights in that area. Okay, the chairman has something to say quickly before we move to next week.
I want to check if CDA.
So what I want to
Let's go and
say
check this.
each of you write the names of 5 Rtn, most of you here are Rtn, that are not paid. If you know them, you know their phone number. Just give me 5, give me 5, so that you can be calling them on the phone. And you that are here, these are the number of interactors on the phone, or you have more. You have more. So please write their names for me. Write their names for me. Do we have Rotaractors in the house? Okay. Please, all the Rotaractors that you know that are not here, and you know their phone number, please do them here. Thank you.
They are not clapping. That is another benefit that you not ask for in any way. Thank you so much, our chair, for being magnanimous enough to even remember those who are not here. That did not even give apology for absence, and you are still sending us goodies to them. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Put your hands together for us. Thank you. All right. Another good next stage we'll be talking will be from our own district governor-elect, who was a member of the GSE team. So it is going to be nice to hear from him, and they will tell you the benefits and how he was, interested in joining Rotary in the first place. May I invite our district governor-elect, Rotarian Language and David.
Thank you, my irresistible district governor, past district governor, the G.R.A, and the pioneer chairman of the Rotary Alumni Association of the president, I used to call her my president all the time. I don't know what that skipped my mind. That is her stand-up number, so that's you are. And also, past president, Madu, also a past president of the Rotary Alumni Association. Fellow Rotarians and my friends, my young friends, I'm privileged to be before you this afternoon. Privileged because Rotary gives me the opportunity to be proud of what previous speakers have said about the association. I did what was then called the Group Study Exchange for 6 weeks between April and May 2002 in a state called Wisconsin in the United States of America, specifically from the 13th of April to the 25th of May 2002. Very interesting, very rewarding, very productive experience for me. Rotarians took care of me and members of my team and our team leader. We were just 5. 1 team leader, 4 team members in those days. And from all that I witnessed then, I told myself that if there is any organization that I will join and remain in for the rest of my life, that organization will be Rotary. And that is what has kept me in Rotary today. So I'm proud to be a Rotarian. I'm proud to be an alumnus of the Rotary Foundation of Rotary International, which, as past district governor in the geographic was later expanded. The Alumni Association was limited to the category of participants. We have mentioned them, including our category, and the young woman that is part of them on the table in glasses. if you look at very well, she did our own group study exchange in 1990. Was it not 1990? 1990. You see, that's 4 years ago, before some of us were born. So you can see that she's another in this. So, without missing word and without talking so much of the time, when you reconnect with your old acquaintances or friends or colleagues or associates, it resonates in you that you are doing something good. Rotary is an organization that has immense benefit for you, even for your parents. Because when you benefit from any Rotary program, your parents also feel the benefit too, because they will be proud that at least they left their children to be part of what we are doing. So I want to appeal to you, and I also want to appeal to Rotarians who are here, who are Rotary alumni, to please spread the message. We have a lot of leaders in this organization that are Rotary alumni. We have a lot of our members that are here. What we just need to do is to create more awareness, to let more people know the benefit of what we are doing. If our district governor can come out proudly to say that he is a proud Rotary alumnus, I think that is a catalyst for all of us to say, since he's leading from the front, let us join him. I'm proud to say that I'm one too. You should be proud to say that you are one too. Look for members that have done this program that you know and bring them on board. And I'm feeling to Rotarians to do this. A lot of us have benefited from all the programs of Rotary International, Interact, Rotaract, RILA, DSA, BTT, Peace, others, and we are not even bringing people that did this program with us. Please, let us spread the gospel and let us continue to support the alumni as a group, and let us support Rotary globally. Thank you for this.
Thank you so much, my DG. You have heard from us not. His first experience was being part of the group study exchange, and look at the way he rose all the way to becoming district governor in the next Rotary year. Thank you so much, sir. Your story is thank you. All right. Before we go to listen to the only lady, I'm call her woman, stay lady, say the young lady, our very own highly revered doctor, but it looks like all the abilities that came here today are okay. And they are all doctors, huh? You are the doctor. It's okay. She will be talking to us first. First, as past president of the Alumni Association, and of course, as a Rotarian, the first. So we have parents sitting down beside each other. Thank you. So we have two pioneers sitting down beside each other: the pioneer president for the Alumni Association and the pioneer district governor. And I'm sure she has a lot to say as a past president of the association, and of course, a lot to share as a past president in Rotary, and with what she's doing for humanity beyond Rotaract. May I invite our very own, highly amiable and revered Assistant Governor, Basirat Giwa. Put your hands together for her. Rotarian Favour Madu is also a past president of the Alumni Association, and she came all the way for Rotary International District 911. Rotarian Favour Madu. Please kindly step on the table. Thank you. She ran away and caught her again. Please come to the stage. Thank you. Atibas.
Thank you very much. The pioneer district governor of 9112 and the past district governor of the Sugar and fellow alumnus and my fellow alumni members. Good morning. Is it morning or afternoon? Good afternoon. I am an alumnus of Rotary. It used to be called Rotary Foundation Alumni Association. That was when the programs were not so many. They were just the group study exchange that you have been told, ambassadorial scholars, peace fellows, just those few. So, and then it was sponsored by Rotary Foundation. That's why they had the word foundation there. When they now expanded into all other beneficiary programs of Rotary, that we have now Rotaractors, interactors included, and then the foundation was removed from the name, it became Rotary Alumni Association. So I want us to look at the benefits because it's actually the bedrock to membership improvement in Rotary. If we say Rotary is a service organization and we all want to serve, and there are only 1 million of us, it will be easier if there are 2 million of us. And that's why membership has to continue to grow. And the easiest way to grow membership is this way. Invite you in various ways, as either in RILA or as interactors, to have a peep into what is happening in Rotary. Then you will be encouraged, and then you will move in. The group study exchange program that we went for, I went in 1990 in the Philippines. They picked various professions. We had journalists, we had pharmacists, we had doctors, and all that. And what did we go to do in the Philippines for those 3 months? We were living in homes of Rotarians, and we were following them to all their Rotary programs. It was just the practical way of showing us what Rotary was all about. So that by the time we came back, we were very, very well versed in Rotary objectives and Rotary activities. As a matter of fact, that team that looked after us in the Philippines, the very next year came all the way, we led another team to stay to spend the same length of time in Nigeria. And I'll give an example of what PDP Shoga did. We had the Rotary Institute in 2018 when district hosted. And the RI president-elect then, Mark Maloney, was a Rotary alumnus, and he came as a Rotary exchange student to Nigeria. And I think he was hosted by PDG Olawale. So that was what made it so easy for that communication. It went very smoothly. But most importantly, the past president, our former vice president, Yemi Osinbajo, was also a group study exchange student. And during that time, he stayed in Mark Maloney's house. So when the incoming RI president came to Nigeria, it was like home to him. Because, he had come to Nigeria when he was much younger and stayed with in the home of one of our Rotary leaders. And they are now the most high-ranking official of the Nigerian government, the vice president, who has already stayed, lived in Maloney's house. So that's the kind of interactions and what you can even call social benefits that we get from Rotary. And then this alumni association that was formed, that was the first in our district, the very first one in sub-Saharan Africa. That was in January 2011. And then, I think 2 years after, the second one was to be chartered in District 9141 and 9142, in the southeast and south. And I was asked as the pioneer president to go and ensure that we encourage them to form the association and collect the charter. And we went all the way. I took some members of the GSC team with me there to Benin, and that was done. And they had the Chibi Okaru was the president then. She's now a past district governor. You can imagine she went alumni, she formed the association. Before you knew what she became a Rotarian, and almost like the thing for this year, magic. She was a district governor, I think 2 years ago. So I picked her He became past district governor. But they looked like they were definitely more active than us. Let me put it that way. The very next year, because they have an Alumni Connect office inside Rotary International. So the officer was always monitoring officers of Rotary Alumni Association worldwide. They embarked on a project. And when PDG G.R.A was about to finish his tenure as district governor in 2011, our own association too had a small project in Anthony Village when we put money together and created the playground for children. And you find the whole district governor jumping on the swing with the children when we went to launch the project. So the district 9141 and 9142, they were definitely more aggressive. The next year, they worked so hard, and then they announced that they were the best alumni association worldwide, and it came with benefits. They were sponsoring their presidents to the next RI convention, and all expenses paid and all that. And the next person that took over from me, the lady sitting there, was in favor of me. So I made up my mind. I said, can you imagine? We went to charter them. We were the first to be chartered. And they now got the best in the world. Favor. We showed them. And that was what we did. We went to Ikeja, cleaned up the shoreline, a lot of heavy duty projects, and of course, it was only COVID that didn't allow us to enjoy the full benefits, but we got the best alumni association that year. So, yeah, we can just go on and on. You are most welcome. Keep connected. Keep, what is it called? Just continue engaging. The young man at the back there, Rotarian Tony, I strolled into one eye shop one evening, and I did not even know what I was doing. My eyes, when everything went berserk. And he knew me. I didn't know him. So he grabbed the phone from me, and they gave me one huge bill like this. He just ignored, and he punched the computer. And the next thing, I paid more than 15,000 naira less than what I was supposed to pay for that device that I wanted to pay. So I went up to him, who are you? He said, I'm Rotary Anthony, from Rotary Club of Ikeja. You see, so since then I just have to know. Since then, they have been my reference point to other old women that don't know how to punch their devices. They don't worry. Just go to the eye shop at ShopRite in Lekki, and Dr. Anthony will sort you out. So I welcome you. Please, let's continue to connect and enjoy it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I told you she's going to share some very mind-blowing experiences today, and that's what she has just done. Thank you so much. Your legacy is still carrying on, and we believe this is going to be supported and it will live beyond each and every one of us. Thank you so much. All right, I think we're ready. Before we go to the video, some of these projects that have been mentioned, some of the ones that you've noted your names for, you'll be called. Let your number be accessible, be available. If you are going to be learning those things now, you know how much you are going to be paying, and these are coming for free. So take advantage of it, create time for it. I'm sure it's not going to affect your school activities and all that. So maybe weekends or during holidays, now most of these vocational activities will come on board. Please take advantage of them and not take it with levity, because you can never tell. She just said it. This daughter that is a doctor, right, is doing what? She's doing what? A what? Fashion designing, and that's where she's making her money from. So you can never tell. You go to school. Already. Wow. Wow. The chairman just said that our daughter, one of our daughters is here. She's a Rotary fellow. She's a lawyer by profession, and what she does is what? Sales of jewelries. And you can never tell. what you went to school for may not be what you are going to earn a living from. So please take advantage of it. On this note, we'll go straight into the good message from Past Governor G.R.A. Yes, let's have it. Thank you.
Dear Rotary family, in these times of constant change and challenges, I find it more important than ever before to extend my heartfelt appreciation and warm wishes to you during this Alumni Reconnect week. During this week, alumni are encouraged to reconnect with each other, share their experiences, and participate in various activities organized by local Rotary clubs. These events often include networking opportunities, service projects, and social gatherings that aim to strengthen the bonds formed during our time in Rotary programs. As we celebrate the Rotary Alumni Association Reconnect Week, I extend my warmest greetings to all members of District 9112. This week presents a wonderful opportunity for us to embrace the spirit of Rotary, reconnect with old friends, and reflect on the impactful journeys we have shared through our Rotary experiences. Our alumni community embodies the values of service, fellowship, and leadership that Rotary stands for. Each of you has contributed to making the world a better place, and your stories inspire us all to continue our commitment to service above self. Let us take this time to engage with one another, share our experiences, and explore new ways to contribute to our communities and the world at large. Together, we can strengthen our bonds and amplify the impact of our collective efforts. Wishing you a fulfilling, inspiring Reconnect Week filled with meaningful connections and renewed friendships. Thank you and have a nice day.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. We've gotten that message clear. I'm sure the video is recorded and some of us can still have access to it afterwards. So it's quite inspiring and that is the way to go. All right. On this note, like I said, we're going to be doing a very, very fast pace. Okay, so we'll go to the Rotary Youth Exchange alumni. We'll be listening to Mr. David Boguade, the former Youth Exchange participant. And I want us to pay very, very rapt attention to this. Thank you.
Everybody, and I had the privilege of being a Rotary. Hello everyone, my name is G.R.A. I had the privilege of being a Rotary Exchange student back in 2016. First of all, I'd like to say a very big thank you to my mom, who helped me get into the program and is a former president of the Rotary Club of Ikeja. I also like to say a very big thank you to Rtn.Nike Maiyaki for helping me throughout the whole process and is an integral member of the club. Also a very big thank you to Walter Tilly for guiding me throughout the whole program, and to my host parents, my host family, and the Rotary International as a whole. This has been a memorable experience and it has helped shape my life the way it is, and it is something that I'll recommend to everyone that is thinking of being part of this program. I had a wonderful and fantastic experience being an exchange student from Nigeria. I lived with 3 different host families. Each one of them I still keep in touch with to today, and that was since back in 2016, which means that we had a very strong bond. They took me as one of their own children, and they taught me a lot about the American culture, American people, the food, the places, and it was just a blast. I attended a school called South Area High School, which is located in York, Pennsylvania. This is a very important part of the program, as this is how you meet your first set of friends and potentially your future host parent. Now, one thing I recommend is that you want to join as many clubs for sports, event activities while you're in school, as this helps you make your first set of friends. In my case, I was part of the track team, chess team, soccer team, and so on. In your case, it could be the music team, the drama team, the cooking team, any team that's available, as long as you enjoy yourself, right? The main purpose is to enjoy yourself, have fun, and enjoy the experience, right? Get to know more about the culture, the people. Another thing I want to mention is that you want to say yes to almost everything you're being asked, right? As long as it is safe and you are not violating any rules, because you have rules that
my DG members of the ITable alumni, we all know that they are now members of the alumni. So we will still have a formal induction. That first quarter. I said they should stop him because you see this guy that you are saying it's just by chance that he became an exchange student. I was the exchange chair, and one day I just told him that we are looking for exchange students. And when I say exchange, Rotary Youth Exchange, we go to other countries. And then we were having Brazil, America, I can't remember the other three countries, even India and China. We send our own students to them. As at that time, they could not send to us. But now our district we can send. Though I think the COVID affected the sending and bringing. But now it's fully on. I think they are even recruiting now for Rotary Youth Exchange. So I don't know if you people are informed. But that guy that you saw, he just went for 1 year. And he did so well. Because I know his story. That's why I brought him up. So that he will encourage some of you. What he benefited, the mother, every time she's talking about it, she used to weep because she doesn't have anything. Even to send him to go, it was war, but he left. And he did so well. The first, as a youth exchange, you live with 2 or 3 families. And mind you, these are for ages between 14 and 19. I am saying this for your benefit. He has finished his PUSAT here, but he had to go and do 1 year because of their own education there. He did 1 year somewhere in the US. He mentioned it, but I guess some of you were not listening. They were thinking of some. If I mention what they are thinking of, you will just laugh. So he did so well. When it was time for him to come back, one of I think the first family, because they were still in touch with him, they did not want him to come back. So, but as per Rotary, you have to come back, then you can now go. They paid his school fees over there for him to come back. He went back, he started schooling in the US. He did his undergraduate, they were paying. I am telling you. And why I'm stressing this is your behavior, your character that you exhibit. It goes a long way. It speaks for you while you don't even. As you are sitting, somebody may just be looking at you, and you don't know what will come out of it. I know we are Gen Z, we are millennial. It's not the end of it. You have to have good character, good behavior with it. He has finished his undergraduate, he's doing his master's now. He will have been online, but he has an exam today. That's why he did this recording. So I just cut it short. Because if you know what he has benefited, now he has his own house, now he has a car. How long has he stayed in the US? How much has he earned? It's all through Rotarians. I'm telling you, It's through Rotarians, which is the benefit, one of the benefits of connecting with Rotary. So when you finish your secondary school, it shouldn't be the end of it. Even Rtn, it shouldn't be the end of it. Rotaract, it shouldn't be the end of it. Connect well with Rotary. And I'm sure some of you that are even sitting here, you are benefiting one way or the other from Rotarians. And so, how do you now give back to Rotary? All this knowledge, all these benefits that you have gotten from Rotary, join Rotary so that you too can extend this hands of fellowship to other ones that are coming behind you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my chair, and that's it. Well delivered. I heard somebody saying from the audience, opportunity to Japa or to Japa. Well, whether you call it Japa or Japana, either way, you are in the system. All you just have to do is do it right. You get there. If you see it as Japa, fine, but you are there for a purpose. And you can imagine this guy, after putting up a very good habit towards all the people that he met, first family, second family, and the first family, he said, we want this guy to stay back. So please take advantage of this. Don't see these as, I don't have it. You can never tell. An opportunity is waiting. So who is going to take advantage of it? We don't know. Thank you so much. And I want to congratulate everyone here for finding time to come here today and take this benefit to home and to your friends that are not even here. Please put your hands together for yourself. So we are going to open the floor for comments, questions, let's have some kind of interaction. You want to share an experience as a Rotaractor, as a Rotarian, or you want to tell us how interested are you in being a Rotaractor or a Rotarian. You know the ages now. Interactors are the secondary school, right? Rotaractors are the ones above secondary schools, either institution or you want to join a community base. Rotarians are the ones that are already working class, able to pay your dues and all that. So the floor is open. Okay, let's G.R.A speak first, followed by the. Okay, just speak first. Afterwards, the G.R.A.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, PDDs. Good afternoon, DJ Absentia. Good afternoon, I'm listening to Victoria from District 911. So, my name is Retractor Assistant Ismail. So, my story is very brief. So, I'm not a beneficiary of the Rotary Exchange, but I used the experience that I had from Rotaract to travel outside the country earlier this year. So, what happened is that for some of us, we might be aware of the Lagos State Youth Ambassador program. So, I put in, and the only thing I went there with was my experience in Rotaract. Everything they are doing there is something similar to what we are doing in Rotaract. So I put in, we did the training, we had series of training anyways, but because I was a Rotaractor before, I scaled through all the training. And the Lagos State government sponsored us to Finland and Sweden, I think around February and March this year. What I'm telling you all of this is that I was not so big on the leadership too. I don't really know anything about leadership. I just wanted to just be there. I just wanted to have fun. So I came into Rotaract. I was a pastoral leader too anyways. I went to Rtn 2020 or 2019. So I was also part of that. So all of these experiences that we got, all of this training that you get from the members of the organization, you might really never say it's going to take to. I've never been to the airport before earlier this year. I only just simply, but guess what? I got a Schengen visa this year, all because of my experience in Rotaract. So you might really not know what opportunities are waiting you. Just keep it and enjoy the family. Thank you very much.
That's a good one. Did you hear that? That is one of you speaking. You can never know or see the opportunities that are going to get to you. So please take advantage. Don't keep yourself away from the pockets of opportunities. May we listen to our district interact representative.
Good afternoon, everyone. The DG, the AG, and the Rotarians, Rotaractor, the district Rotaract representative elects, and other Rotarians, fellow interactors. My name is Adiku Godwin. My name is Adepo Lachegode, the District Interact Representative. It is a great honor to stand before this genuine people today. I actually started my Rotary journey in 2022, that was 2 years ago. And before, of course, just like some people have access to it, that they could not stand in front of people to talk, just like the way I am before. I could not even talk, I could not express myself. But after right after 2022, I was able to build my confidence in all. Of course, I've not gone for exchange, which I'm hoping that in the nearest year, I will be by God's grace. So, and from there, I started my Rotary journey in that 2022 when, after right that, I see school at Papa, and then last year again, last year again, I was able to attend again, and I married as of all the vice Rotarian, and I was given a scholarship, although the scholarship is not effective yet because I'm still in secondary school, it is meant to cover the university. So what am I trying to bring out? What I'm trying to bring out is that whether you have attended RILA or not, as far as you are connected to the Rotary family, there is one way or the other that you're going to benefit in different ways, both employment, scholarship, and all. And then, for those of us that are gone for Interact Club that are yet to join, that are yet to join the Rotaract Club or the Interact Club, I will advise every one of us to join because it has great opportunity and then benefit that are attached to it. Of course, today I can see myself mingling with great personalities, seeing them as my role model and all. I'm able to build my relationship with them. So, thank you very much. Then my question is that ever since I joined the club, I've been hearing interact youth exchange, but unfortunately, for the past 2 years, they have not organized something like that for the interactors. Why, please?
Thank you, the VIR. Okay. It's not Interact Youth Exchange. It's actually Rotary Youth Exchange. And it's on. I don't know whether they've stopped the screening now, but I know it's been on for a while. And they passed it on to all the clubs for them to. There's a club that is in charge of your school. The club should get across to you that, okay, because it's for ages between 14 and 19. So it's the club that will get you. If you know your club president, please do reach out to him, ask him whether it is still on. If it is not on, then you key into next year because it's every year. And what do? They look for families outside the country that can host you for 1 year. You stay there for maybe you stay with 2 or 3 families, depending on what you get. And you stay there for you go to school, it's a must. It's not just to go there and eat their burger or anything. You must go to school. You attend their school. And quite a number of them, when they come back, they go back. And that's why you see most of the youth exchange, at a bit time, some of them will talk to us. Many of them are back there, schooling. And who knows where they go from there. Are you okay with that? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Our district interact representative is a sharp guy. He said, by the grace of God, that youth exchange, I must go. When you go and make that money, don't forget us here. Don't forget Rotary. Thank you so much. Okay, so comments. I'll come to you after him.
My DG, BDGs, pastors, staff governors, AGs, fellow Rotarians, fellow alumni, fellow Retractors, guests and friends. My name is Rtn.Nike your daily son. I am the Rotary Committee chairman for this 912. And I have started my journey from Interact. I enjoy it a lot. People will say, maybe we are doing business. No. I started my journey when I was a contractor at Interactor at Inter Club of Alakbere. That's when I started the journey. And I happens to be sponsored by then was Rotary Club of Shomolu before I moved down to Ikotu, which I was sponsored by Rotary Club of Ijimo. It's been a long time that I just started Rotaract. I became my Rotary Club president in 2006-2007. I was the youngest Rotary president then. I have directors, in fact, 8 companies in my clubs. I was the youngest president in district Nawa 10 there. I being in Rotary, let me just let you know, I've been a Rotarian too. That's why I know most of the things. I tell you, most of the things I do. I tell people that most people soon see me in the club, they will be asking me, are you a Rotarian? I just laugh. Are you a past president? I just laugh because they don't know. The experience that I have in Rotary is more than some experience that people have. Yes, I started for a long time. I have worked as a staff at the district when at the district office is still there come as a staff to Rotary. I was asked to go and join my Rotary club by this PDG Raji. He was the one that said, please, you are old enough to join Rotary. Go and join Rotary club. He was the one that advised me there. Then I have to join Rotary. My Rotarian, let me advise you, a lot of things that you need to gain. Me in Rotary, because I move around the box, I know most of the things. I have used a lawyer in Rotary without spending 1 naira. This is my doctor that is sitting down here, PDG Shoga. He has assisted me a lot. That you are seeing there. It is not because I am in my club that I'm not sitting there, because you connected with the family. I am a mechanical engineering by profession. That's what I studied in school. But today I'm doing business. I work in several companies, TM Motors, very AG companies. I've worked before I start to work and start working on my own. But I'm telling you, sir, now, yes, I'm Rotary by now. Anything about Rotary, you want to produce Rotary, I know it. I order from abroad. And I'm here. But what I'm telling you that this thing where you are in the school, you don't get Rotary. Most Rotarians you don't get Rotary because they are not going out. They are not. Yes, I expect this place to be filled up with Rotaracts. Yes, Rotary Club of Maryland is all the Rotaractors that are here. I know them. We are colleagues then when we are Rotaractors. I have been a zonal in Rotaract and a place zonal in Rotaract then. Most of those people that we have are supposed to be here today. They are not having them. I want to encourage sir, ma. How do we get there? It is through our Rotary clubs. That's how we get there. They are the ones that sponsor the Rotarians. They have their address, they have their phone number. So we can go to them and ask them to join us. And most of the Rotaractors that are on other courses, ask them also to join us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's a lifetime experience shared to motivate us. I guess that was the last speaker. Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is G.R.A. If we are to say our Rotary stories, we might not eventually leave it. I'm a Rotarian, and I just want to tell you one out of the numerous stories I have to share about Rotary. Okay, so when I was after school, I worked in the.
Let's pay attention, please.
And then one of my vacations, I went to Dubai. If you are a Rotaractor and you are proud to be a Rotaractor, your pin will always be with you. So I had the experience right from the airport. They will just put the pin and it's like a Rotaractor, and you a Rotarian, and you know all the way. So when I went to Dubai, the first thing I did was to just locate a Rotary club there. And immediately I saw the Rotary Club of Dubai. I went to the Rotary Club and I just called the president. So president from Nigeria. I want to visit your club. And then I went all the way to the Dubai World Trade Center. And when I got there, the reception I got was, if you have not been a Rotaractor or you have not been from the Rotary family, I'm not sure you have even gotten into those settings at all. These are top leaders, world leaders. And then I got in there and they were just like, from where, which club, which country. And then it was all about Nigeria. So how is Nigeria? How are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And the meeting went on and on. And after the meeting, the SA just stood up and said, please, can I have your number? Because I want to host you this evening for a dinner. And then when he came to pick me, you need to see the car he brought, his drivers everywhere. My sister was, because I went there with my sister. My sister was like, Ayabami, hope they are not carrying you. I said, since it's a Rotarian, nothing will happen to you. And then he took me to his restaurant and he closed it. He hosted his friends. I was the only black person there. And he was just mention what you want. You know that kind of setting, that kind of experience, it's a lifetime experience. That if it had not been Rotary, please, where would I have known such people? How would I have sat with such people? Where would I even have had the money to go into such restaurants? And then so my second time in Dubai was just a roller coaster. It was just like, when are you coming? They pick up everything. So in Rotary, in Rotaract, there's numerous benefits you can. I won't talk about when I was in the bank. I won't talk about everything. Every day there are experiences that you experience. So please, this is an opportunity for you to please join the world-leading humanitarian organization. And I'm welcoming you again to please join us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. When you are going to Dubai next, please call me. Let's go and experience it together. All right, so this is a good moment. I guess we've heard it from various angles. We would have called more people to talk, but unfortunately we do not have that time. And unfortunately we didn't start on time. So please spread the message when you get to your school, you get to your organization. Tell them that this is what Rotary is all about. There are a lot of benefits. Yes, you are bringing some on board as you are coming, but at the same time, there's a lot to benefit. May I invite irresistible President, Rotarian Sophie Ennington, to please give votes of thanks and, of course, a few more words. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my agent. We-o! What have I here? We-o! So good afternoon, everybody. The PDG, okay, my PDG, I shall recognize my AG, the G.R.A, the G.R.A, fellow Rotarians, and fellow Rotaractors and guests. My name is Rotaractor Oluwa Ennington Sophie, and okay, Rotarian, sorry, we mixed it up. I'm sorry. My name is Rotaract Oluwa Ennington Sophie, and I'm the assistant president of the Rotary Club of New Lagos, Ikeja. I know the company already said you've had enough stories, but I'm not sure I can do this without sharing my own Rotary story. And I started off on Ryla. So I'd like to also say that today I am a lawyer because of being a Rotaractor, a Rotarian. You're not going to believe if I start the story. 2008, when I joined, it was Ryla, that's where I started from, and I became a Rotaractor that same year. I did not even have a vision. I know I shared some of this story in Ryla for some of the Rotarians here. I did not even know what I was going to do or where I was going to. But why am I sharing this story with you again? A lot of people are talking about what you can get out of Rotary, what you can get out of the alumni. But the part I want to talk about is what you need to do to get those things. Because the truth is, you're not going to get anything if you do not put things into it. I talked about being a lawyer now because of Rotaract. If I did not put in the work, I went back to Unilag to study law at 25. I actually went jam at 25. I went through the entire process. Luckily, I have my law, the lawyer which I was talking about, she's here. I met her as a very young girl at Ascot. I don't know, I'm not going to embarrass you because I know. She's my little friend, my colleague, because now she's a big madam. I know that a very young girl at Ascon. Rotary.Nike is always moving about with her daughters there. The funny thing is, I did not even really have a relationship with Rotary.Nike, but I had a relationship with her daughter. Then I was in LASU studying English. And when I went back to Unilag, the next day I just saw her and I'm like, you are here. Do you remember me? And from there, we went back to our old chat. I know most of you chat on Facebook and all that. We still have our chat from 2010 from Ascon where we were catching up. But the thing is, being a Rotaract or being a member of this family kept me on. I had a lot of challenges studying law. I had a lot of health issues, and like he said, I got a lot of support from people in amazing ways that I could not describe. But the factor that remains constant is showing up. Showing up. He talked about being the youngest president. I don't know if you can beat my own record, because I am currently the president of my club, and I'm 36 too, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm the youngest, but honestly, there are a lot of opportunities, but you need to put in the work. You need to put in the work. Today many were called, but look at the number of people that are here. If you don't take opportunities, you're not going to get it. The last time I remember PDG Shaga reminded me that I'm a Rotary positive list activator. I did not say that in Raya. That's one of the things. We were 40 that were selected. Rotary International decided to get positive because there is a Rotary Peace Fellowship. When I joined Rotary, I realized I did not qualify for that anymore because Rotarians are not the. And I've been doing a lot of work in the peace space. Luckily, Rotary called for positive list activators. And we were 40 that were selected in Central and West Africa. This is what happens when you do not even take opportunities. I spoke to some retractors and I'm like, retractors do so much. Why don't we have retractors there? We didn't have any retractor from our district. From our district, were only 3 people from our district that were there. People were brought into the country from different parts of Central and West Africa. Why am I saying this to you? You have to be a part of this association. You also need to give back. You need to put in the work. There's a norm for all of us when we put in the work. And I'm going to invite us all to please join us. We have Instagram page, we have Twitter page. The committee is telling us that please follow up with our activities. Spread the word. There's a norm for all of us if we put in the work. And do not be greedy with these opportunities when you see it. Do not be greedy. It's more beautiful when we are moving together and when we just do things together. You were told to drop names of your friends. I know some of you will be like, oh, that you remember some names, but you don't like them. It's okay. Some people don't like you too. You don't have to like everybody. But this opportunity is for all of us. And Rotary has brought us together. We are going to be together. So please follow us at Rotary District 9112 Alumni Connect. So please check us up on Instagram and on Twitter. We'll share the link with you guys. Follow us because we need to get the word out there as much as possible. And on that note, I'd like to say a very big thank you to everybody who needed our call for joining us. And I hope that when we're having the vocational training and a lot of trainings were mentioned, I'm very passionate about the digital training. Because the truth is, I learned most of the things I learned about this from Rotary. And I'm happy to tell you that today, I run an organization. I have a not-for-profit. I got that from Rotary. We do a lot of work in Rotary. And because I'm very passionate about persons with disability, I just thought, okay, why not? If not, and my organization is more than 3 years now. From running that organization, I got selected as a MasterCard Youth Impact Associate in 2022. People have been talking about things they've gotten. We have been to. My father did not even get me a passport because, of course, he cannot afford it. But I've been to more than 10 countries, all expense paid. So the thing is, it doesn't have to be only Rotary. These opportunities are bound, and they come in different places. MasterCard Foundation, at our boot camp in 2022, I remember very well. So my profile was red, and at that time I was 33. So my profile talked about me volunteering. I had over a decade, about 15, because I've been doing other things before I joined Rotaract at 20. And our coordinator was like, Enito, you have volunteered for over a decade. That means you volunteered for more than half of your life. Wow. And I got a lot of attention for that. A lot. Most times when they want to do things now from the MasterCard Foundation, they are reaching out to me to say, can you do this? But just identify the area of your strength. I'm a lawyer, I like to talk, I like to advocate for persons with disabilities, and that is what I am doing. So please, let us... Yes, so please, thank you so much, everybody. We look forward to you joining us and taking charge of your own life. Because whatever you turn out to be, it is for you. It is for you, it's not about us. My mother is not here. My father is not here to enjoy everything I enjoy. When I travel and I go to 5-star hotels, I just send the pictures. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll see, yes. I go to all these places. You see the pictures. I'm always doing my travel documentation. All expense paid. That is the truth. Yes. And it is for you. You are living your life for your own self. It is for you. It's not. Yes, very, because the opportunities are everywhere. But if you should not join things like this, It's not possible for you to get it. So please take charge of your life and do the needful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Did you hear that? She's a lawyer. She may speak to tomorrow because she has a lot of stories. All the 5 stars hotel that she has to go in alone. If not, you know what will happen. All right, that's it. Let's take advantage of this. Be part of the system to enjoy from the system. Bring something on board and take something away that will go a long way. Thank you once again to our chairman. Despite all odds, she made this happen. Put that together for Assistant Governor Nike Maiyaki. Please think about and your team, yes, the entire team that made this happen. It is not easy. It looks like it wasn't going to happen this morning. And we're like, copy now, tell them what's happening. This is benefits now. Benefits, and people are not coming to tap. And they say, this country is not good. This country is not good. And there's benefits somewhere to come and tap. You are not available. Thank you so much, my chair, and the entire team for making this happen. May God continue to bless. Put your hands together for them. And all our leaders, thank you. Thank you so much for being part of this. We appreciate you. The motivating story will go a long way with everyone here. And on this note, we'll rise up and share the Rotary grace together. Okay, so please, I'm sure we all have our mobile phones here. Let's go on Instagram. Follow at Rotary Alumni D9112. Please, it's on the screen. At Rotary Alumni D9112. Please join and follow activities. You'll see quite a number of things that you can tap into. Go online too, as stated by the chairman earlier. So together, let's do the Rotary grace after the 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh Lord, give us for good. Praise thee for our daily food. May Rotary friends and Rotary ways help us to serve thee all our day. Thank you so much, everyone. Clap together for yourself. Thank you. I wish you join us.